What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is Lovecraft Country, Episode 10, the finale. And in this video, I'm going to give you the details you missed to tell you exactly who is going to die and how when it's all said and done. This is a very bittersweet time for us Lovecraft Country fans. We are excited that the finale is here, and also saddened that the finale is here because that means the series is over. This is the best series I've seen since Game of Thrones, and though we have not had an announcement about Season 2, I'm going to tell you people, if we don't get that announcement soon, we are going to protest, we are going to go out there and picket, we are going to sign a petition. We're going to do whatever we got to do to make sure there's a Season 2 of Lovecraft Country, goddammit. But in all honesty, I would like to thank all of my new subscribers, all of you who've joined the Teflon Don family. I truly appreciate it. And once again, if this video hits 400 likes, I will give away a $25 Netflix gift card. How do you win? All you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment, and that's how we will pick who wins that Netflix gift card. I've given away so many of them already. And as the late, great John Witherspoon said in Friday, when dealing with dogs, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to give those away to you. I truly appreciate you. All right, let's talk about who's gonna die. Now, although we all don't want the main people in the cast to die, somebody gotta go, right? We know somebody gotta go, right? That's just the way it is. We have not seen that many deaths in this series. Yes, we've seen police officers die, and we've seen racist people die, and we just seen what appears to be the death of Lancaster, but I'm still a little suspect on that one. We've seen George die, but as for the main cast, someone's gotta go. That's the way it is. The show has to do that. So let's go through some of the people and see who we think is gonna die. First up is Atticus, and we'll tie him in with Letty because those are the two main cast members. Now, in the book that he received, it says that he dies. Now, I'm going to talk about this book right now because there's some details about this that I think people have missed. Now, Hippolyta came back and she specifically said that this is not a time machine. This opens up different dimensions, different portals to different dimensions, alternate universes. All right, and I think that is very key. She said that for a reason, and that's why when they went back in time in the last episode to the Tulsa massacres, she needed a picture so that she could pinpoint the exact day in their universe. So at that particular time, they went back in time in their universe. Now, when dealing with alternate dimensions, and that's the book that they're going on. They're going on a book that they got from an alternate dimension. Doesn't mean things play out the exact same way in your dimension. Now, it says that he's going to have a boy with Letty in the alternate dimension. But that doesn't mean it's going to play out the same way in their dimension. In fact, Letty could have a girl in their dimension. That's what I'm trying to stress. So they're going by facts in an alternate reality, but this reality is different. And that's the reason why in that alternate dimension, Tick died. I believe he won't die in this reality. I think he's safe, and I also think that Letty is safe. Not just for those reasons, obviously they're the two stars of the show, right? So they gotta have some type of plot armor. We have to have some familiar characters coming back next season. So I'm saying that they're safe. Next, we're gonna go to Hippolyta and D. And I think if we had to pick one of them who's going to be on the chopping block, it would be Hippolyta. I could see her sacrificing herself in some way to save D. We know that the curse isn't fully removed, and that's going to have to happen in order for D to live. So maybe she has to do that. I don't think D dies at all. I think D definitely makes it. But if I had to truly pick, I think that they'll both survive in the end. Next up is Ruby. Now, Ruby is a little dicey, but before I get into that, let me address something about Ruby. In the comment section of my last video, people keep saying that Ruby did not kill that woman. That woman was already dead, which is a false statement. In the show, they clearly said that this woman was in a coma. And Ruby clearly walked over there, said, "I've always pictured myself as a redhead," and then turned off her life support system. Therefore, she killed her. They said nothing about this woman being brain dead. They said nothing like that. All they said was she was in a coma. So we have to say, even if we don't like it, that Ruby did take that woman's life. Now, why she did it is a totally different situation. If she did it to gain the trust of Christina, we shall see. But dealing with the facts of the matter, we have to say that Ruby took a life. I mean, Ruby is the chick who put a heel up the buttocks of a man, right? Let's not think that she does not have an evil side, a bad side about it when she gets upset or something. You know what I mean? This is beyond her. All right. Now, when dealing with Ruby, I think that she survives this. I think she comes back next season. I just don't see how she does pass away. But I do see how she plays out in the end game when this is all said and done. I think she survives, but I think she has a part to play in who dies. Next up is Montrose. Now, if I had to pick anyone in the main cast that I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, is gonna die, it's Montrose. I would hate to see him go, but I think he has to go. I think that fulfills his character arc. He said that he would die for his family. George told him before he died to protect the family. And I think we could see a sacrifice of Montrose. Now, it could be that he masquerades as Tick. We could see that. And the ritual is performed on him. And that's why the ritual isn't successful for this Christina in this universe. Now, in the alternate universe, Christina is successful and she does achieve immortality. But as I said earlier, that is a different dimension, a parallel universe. Don't like to really say parallel because things don't happen exactly the way they do. So we'll just say an alternate reality. And in this reality, the person that we see strapped up, obviously it looks like Atticus, could well be Montrose sacrificing himself and dying in place of Tick. That brings up Ji-Ah, and I think that she's got to go. I think she's out of here, and I think she's in this position, and she's brought back just to help Atticus in the end. And I think it's going to be a duping of Christina. And bringing up Christina, I think that she will die in this episode. Now, just because she dies in this episode doesn't mean an alternate reality Christina can't come to this reality, right? So even though she dies, she may be back, people. She may be back. Now, I came up with this theory, and I seen in my last video a couple of people had the same thing in the comment section. Great minds think alike. So I think it could go down like this. And I think if it does go down like this, it would be perfect. Christina performs the ceremony, and she believes that she's successful. She believes that she is immortal. She gets Ruby. She takes Ruby into bed, and she's all excited about taking Ruby into bed. She turns back to William. They're having sex, and all of a sudden, out of Ruby's eyes and mouth sprout tentacles because it's really Ji-Ah having an orgasm. And that's how Christina dies at the hands of Ji-Ah. This would be poetic, and this would be what Christina has been doing, masquerading in people's bodies, and it came back to bite her right in the butt. I think that would be a great way for them to go out. But I do believe she dies in the end. but you tell me in the comment section. Do you agree with me? If not, tell me who you think is going to die. And if I missed something, please put it in the comment section. And when this is all said and done, when this is over, I will still be doing Lovecraft Country videos. So make sure you subscribe and click that bell. I'll be talking about what I think is going to happen in season 2. And I want to have all of you, all of my new subscribers, I want to have a bunch of y'all on who's willing to come on my live streams. We're going to do live streams. And if you're subscribed, you're going to be able to get on there with me and state your case. So please subscribe, click that bell so you can be notified next time I drop a new Lovecraft video. And I'll be back Sunday, 2 hours before the episode starts and immediately when it ends with the pregame and postgame show with LMR. So until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.